Native Instruments just released the Cremona Ensemble. Let's check it out. Let's do kind of a first look and see what is in the box. The Cremona Quartet Ensemble includes 4 instruments, and they are the cello, viola, and 2 violins. And you might be already familiar with the Cremona Quartet that was already released, and it is available. And I really love how they sound. So let's see what we've got here in terms of the different presets, and then check out the sound. So first of all, we have the ensemble. That's the main patch. And here you can see the 4 instruments, and they can play in auto-divisi, meaning as you play, you will add more instruments depending on where you are playing on the keyboard. And so, for example, if I'll just have a chord here, so you can see that we have the viola and we have the 2 violins, but if I'll go just a little bit to the left, we also include the cello. So first of all, you can see that we have the red keys, and they are the key switches, so you can switch between different articulations, and we'll get back to that in a moment. But in terms of the different patches or snapshots, you can see on the left side we have all longs, for example. So let's load that one. So these are only the long articulations. And by the way, we can switch to unison. And the same idea goes for all shorts. And we have the specials. Or maybe unison. And we also have patches like the cello lead, and we have the violin duo, and we have violin lead, so we'll check them in a moment. Let's go back to the main patch, the Cremona Quartet Ensemble. So now let's check the different key switches and going from left to right. So here we have the vibrato, and we can switch this to tremolo, for example. Or spiccato. And you can see exactly what's going on right here. And I can click this, and you'll see the different key switches. So E0, F0, F sharp 0, and so on. So you'll see the different articulations right here. And this is very, very useful. And of course, there's more to this, which I'm not going to cover in this video, but just to give you a hint for what's going on. And you can see on the top here that we have different articulation just arranged by long, short, and special. Now let's check the mixer. So here you can find the settings for each of the instruments, and we also have some presets. So for example, ambient, close-up, chamber, and ethereal, and so on. So let's go with this one. And there are some other settings in the setting page. And we have the room noise, we have bow changes, we have articulation switch that can go between key switches or key switches plus CC. So again, that's not in this video. We're not going into this. And we also have aftertouch settings, pitch bend, and tuning. Let's try the pizzicato feature. And again, we can switch to unison. But we have other options in this patch. So for example, this one. So we have the pizzicato for the cello, but the other instruments are with tremolo. And we can go autodivisi or unison. So it's a kind of a mix that makes sense, and you can build with this the different parts and not worry about the articulations for each of the instruments. It is set up for you. Of course, again, you can dive into this and program your own patches or your own setup with the different key switches. Let's have a quick listen to the subtle rise. Violin duo, and as you can see, the cello and the viola are off. In the tension build-up patch, you can see that we have different articulations for each of the instruments. So it's really like a toolbox that you can use to create tension. So that was a very quick overview of the Cremona Quartet Ensemble. Really hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll try and do a longer video diving into more sounds and more features of this Kontakt library. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you and bye-bye.